CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code.
Hey guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Brawl Stars video. In today's video, guys, we're going to go over every single brawler rarity and go over which one is the best right now for duels and or solo showdown. I think the game modes are similar enough that we can kind of combine the two and, just go over which brawler is the best in kind of a 1v1 format. So that's what we're going to be covering today, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But guys, I do appreciate it if you use the code chicken in the shop. If you are using the code chicken, make sure you join the Discord server. Link to that is in the video description. We are going to have a special giveaway coming up just to give back to those of you that do choose to support this channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more Brawl Stars coming up each and every single week. So let's start off with the Trophy Road Brawler. So on the Trophy Road, we got quite a lot of just reward brawlers. So we have Shelly, Nita, Colt, Bull, Jesse, Brock, Dynamite, Bo, Tick, and 8-Bit, Ems, and Stu. So out of all of these brawlers, I would honestly say, it's hard to say. I think it would be a toss-up between Shelly and Brock, but right now I would go with Brock. I think he's just so strong in solo showdown and, really all game modes. He just does so much damage. He's got a lot of versatility, and as we throw that first one into defense, and he's just very good. He can put the pressure on. He can run away. He can come in. He can come out. He can break walls if he needs to. So yeah, he's just really a good all-around pick. And if you know how to play him even decently enough, you should have no problem, grinding out some trophies and getting some big wins with Brock. Yeah, and he's also a lot of fun to play, which is cool. But yeah, for this, we're just specifically talking about who's the best in each rarity format. So let me know if you agree with that. Do you think Brock is the best out of the Trophy Road brawlers, or do you think there's another one? Now, next up, this one, in my opinion, is a little bit easier. That was kind of a lot of brawlers to go over. Oh, I still don't have Grom. Yeah, that was kind of a lot of brawlers to go over. So the rare category consists of Primo, Barley, Poco, and Rosa. And I would say, it depends on the map, of course, but I think overall, if we're trying to generalize this, I think Primo is the guy. He's just, he's made for solo showdown. He's made for 1v1 type of matches. Just the damage he can simply output, and the fact that he can shoot so quickly, I think that's something that gets overlooked a lot when we're talking about which brawlers are really good and which ones can be competitive. I think the fact that he, if you get into a bad situation, you can throw out a lot of shots really, really quickly. I think that's, an overlooked stat for sure. So I really like his Meteor. It just allows you, I like to use it defensively. It allows you to put the pressure on them. Again, if you're in a bad spot or there's a few, maybe there's multiple guys coming at you at once, it's just an easy way to get people, away from you or off your back, or just get them into, to just distract them and get them away from you. So I like to use it defensively, like I said, and yeah, I think Primo's pretty self-explanatory. He can dominate at any given time, given the right scenario. So next up, we have Super Rare, and that is going to consist of, let's take a look at here. I don't know why it always brings me to the bottom. Oh, we don't have Grom, and we don't, oh, Fang's not, oh yeah, that's why we don't have him. Fair enough. Let me know in the comments, who are you more excited for? Or who do you like better, just based off what we've seen so far? Do you like Grom? Obviously, if you used him, you know what he's like, but do you like Grom or Fang? Alright, so next up we have Super Rare, so let's go over that next. So in the Super Rare category, I'm getting ahead of myself, we have Rico, Daryl, Penny, Carl, Jackie, Piper, Penny, Carl, and Jackie. Yeah. Rico, Daryl, Penny, Carl, and Jackie. So this one's tough. All of these brawlers are really good in, especially in these game modes that we're talking about, but if I had to pick one that was just a little bit above the rest of them, I think I gotta go with my man Daryl. He's a shotgun brawler. He does a ton of damage up close, and he can really pester you from far away. He's got a cool gadget where he can put the pressure on from far away as well, and just his super, it's just perfect. You can use it defensively, you can use it offensively if you want to get in behind someone and get a couple of big shots off and do lots of damage. If you want to use it to get away from somebody, I just find that he's just got all the tools, um, all the mechanics that you would want to have in a brawler for a 1v1 game mode. You'll notice that a lot of the guys I pick are tanks. That doesn't mean necessarily the tanks are always the right choice, or that you can't play someone that's a more ranged, squishier type brawler. Obviously, that's not the case, but I think just out of this category and everything that Daryl can do, I think he's a great choice. So, again, let me know in the comments what you would pick for each rarity as well. So, moving on from super rare, we have our epics next. So let's go into that, and that is going to be starting with Piper, Pam, Frank. There's a lot of epics. BB, Bia, Nanny, Edgar, Griff, and Grom, which I unfortunately do not have yet. I think Grom might be right up there. I don't know if I would say he's the best. Out of this list, I think I would probably lean towards Edgar, although, Nanny can be good. I think Griff is an underrated brawler as well. But yeah, I don't know if I would put Grom up there as a great solo showdown guy. I think he's more of a team-based brawler. I think that's where he really shines. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to go against Edgar. Again, he's just one of those brawlers that's built just to get in there, do a ton of damage, get in and get out. I think that's where he really excels at. And just the fact that, say even, for example, if Daryl rolls up on you, if you move the right way, you can actually kill him before he even has a chance to take you down. So that's Edgar's biggest strength, in my opinion, is just the reload speed on his attacks. Again, you can use his super offensively, you can use it defensively, you can use it to get into situations, you can use it to get out of them just as easily. The fact that his gadget loads up a free super for you whenever you need it, that's great for certain scenarios, and he's also just a lot of fun to use. I mean, everyone knows how to use Edgar, everyone knows how he's used in solo showdown, but some of you probably don't like that pick, but I think he's definitely, not definitely, but I think he's one of the best in the epic category. So next up, we have our mythics, starting with everybody's favorite, Mr. Mortis and his hat. So we have Mortis, Tara, Jean, Max, Mr. P, Sprout, Byron, and Squeak. This one's tough. This one I had a hard time with because all of these guys are, very good in their own rights. It's tough to really go against any of them. It's really tough to go against Mortis, but I think I might actually have to go with Squeak on this one. I think he just does too much damage. He's not like the other brawlers we picked in terms of, just overall he can just kind of jump into a situation and just dominate everybody and get in and get out. He's a little bit more tactical in the sense that you have to play further away, you have to predict better, and you have to kind of play a smarter game. You can't just run in and grab boxes or you're just gonna die. But I think that Squeak, he definitely has all the tools that you would need to really dominate a solo showdown game or duels or any sort of 1v1 type of format. He just does so much damage. That's the biggest thing with Squeak, is he's so powerful, and he also does splash damage. So I mean, he can take down multiple enemies in a pretty quick amount of time. And for that reason, I think people play against him differently. They don't really want to get up close to him because they know that they're going to get stuck. And even if he does miss them, they're still going to get stuck with the bomb. And yeah, I think for those reasons, I would throw Squeak right up there with anybody. But that's a tough category. So let me know who you guys would pick for Mythics. Legendary, I think this one's a little bit easier. So for our Legendary Brawlers, we have Spike, Crow, Leon, Sandy, Amber, and Meg. And I think when we're strictly speaking in terms of 1v1 formats like we've been doing, solo showdown, maybe duels, I think Leon is at the top of the category. I think Amber is also right there. It's tough because they're all good. Spike you could throw in there. This one's like really, really close. I think Meg is very good as well. And Crow's harder to use, I would say. I think you can use all of these legendaries equally. It just depends on your playstyle. But if I had to pick one up and above, I would pick Leon, just simply because of all the things that we said with Primo and Daryl, just the ability to get in and get out really quickly, get in and do a ton of damage really quickly. You know, he's got his gadget where he can clone himself, and I find this works great in Showdown just to make people gamble or bite or try to kite them into certain scenarios and make them overplay on a certain, you know, on the dummy Leon, and then it leaves you free and wide open to do your sneak attacks. He can also, with his super, I find with the now it's got the shortened duration. It used to go on forever, but with the shortened duration, it's more defensive, which is good because Leon is, his one downfall is he is kind of squishy, so he doesn't have a lot of health. It's easy for him to die. So having that ability to just you know, get in to a bush and get out really quickly, and people have a hard time finding him, and then, you know, he can sneak up on somebody else. He's got a lot of tools to be really good in solo showdown. So lastly, guys, we have our, I lost my computer screen, we have our chromatic tier. So let's take a look at that real quick. And yeah, so finally we have Gale, Surge, Colette, Lou, Colonel Ruffs, Belle, Buzz, Ash, and Lola. Now again, this one is tough. A lot of these guys are good in their own right, but I think the one above and beyond the rest for solo showdown and duels is going to be Buzz. You know, again, he can just get in. He can get in and get out and do a ton of damage really quickly. I think Buzz is actually, I would put him as like top 3 solo showdown or dual brawlers. I always have Buzz in my lineup for duels. I think he's just great. His super allows him, you know, especially if you're playing against a sniper or someone like that, that's really able to counter you by just keeping you at range and, you know, forcing you to try to come in and staying there. His super deals with that really well. Obviously being able to grab them and come in like that. And, yeah, I think he's just, again, he's got all the tools. His gadget's really cool where it gives him kind of the splash damage radius. And yeah, it's just he's just really strong, and he's got a good amount of health, and he's got all the tools that you need. So guys, hopefully that helps you guys out in terms of who you want to play for showdown or duels or anything like that. And I want to know in the comments, what do you think of the chickens picks? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know that down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out the Discord server if you are going to be using the code Chicken in the shop. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.